Good morning, students. We are doing chapter 1 of History French Revolution. The chapter starts with an event of 14 July 1789. This event is very important in the history of France. Why this event is important? Because this day the people they formed a people militia. What is people's militia? The army of common people. And they attacked on Bastille. What is this Bastille? This was a fortress, prison, and it was hated by all because it stood for the despotic power of the king. The fortress was demolished and its stone fragments were sold in the market to all those who wished to keep a souvenir of this destruction. Now, what were the reasons behind this protest? Why the people attacked on Bastille? What were the reasons of French revolutions? To understand the meaning of all these questions, to understand these questions, we should have the knowledge about the French society. The time the French society was divided into three estates. First estate there were clergy, second nobility, and in third estate there were big businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, peasants, artisans, etc. Now, the first and second estate people they were getting some privilege by birth. They the birth enjoyed certain privilege by birth. The most important of these was exemption from paying taxes to the state. The nobles further enjoyed feudal privilege. These included feudal dues which they exacted from the peasants. Peasants were obliged to render services to the lord, to work in his house and fields, to serve in the army, or to participate in building roads. Mostly the members of the third estate they had to pay the taxes, and the members of the first and second estate they were not paying taxes. The main reason behind the French Revolution was this: the people of the third estate they wanted equal rights. Moreover, when in 1774 Louis XVI became the Emperor of France, upon his succession, the new king found an empty treasury. Long years of war had drained the financial resources of France. What was the reason behind it? Why he found his treasury empty? Because long year of war had drained the financial resources of France, and under Louis XVI, France helped the 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy Britain. And this war added more than a billion livres to a debt that had already risen to more than 2 billion livres. And lenders who gave the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loan. So, why Louis XVI wanted to increase taxes? What were the reasons behind it? First reason, long year of war had drained the financial resources of France. Second, under Louis XVI, France helped the 13 colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy, Britain, and they had to pay the loan, and lenders who gave the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loan. All these were the reasons that Louis XVI wanted to increase taxes. This is the social reason behind French Revolution. Now there is another economic reason was also. The population of France rose from about 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. This led to a rapid increase in the demand for food grains. Productions of grains could not keep pace with the demand, so the price of bread, which was the staple diet of the majority, rose rapidly, and this led to a situation of subsistence crisis. What is this subsistence crisis? It is an extreme situation when the basic means of livelihood are endangered. This is called subsistence crisis. What were the reasons behind the subsistence crisis? First reason, the population of France rose very high. Second, this led to a rapid increase in the demand of food grains. Third, production of grains could not keep pace with the demand, and the people were not able to get the staple diet of the majority, bread. They were not able to get the main food item also. And these were the reasons of subsistence crisis. So students, you have seen there were social reasons, there were economic reasons behind the French Revolution. Subsistence crisis was also an important reason. These were the factors. The people protested against Louis XVI. In the past, peasants and workers had participated in revolts against increasing taxes and food shortage, but they lacked the means and programs to carry out full scale measures that would bring about a change in social and economic order. The people wanted to change the social and economic order, and the 18th century witnessed the emergence of social group termed the middle class. So, who were in this middle class? In addition to merchants and manufacturers, the third estate, including professions such as lawyer or administrative officials, all these were in the middle class. Which group emerged during the 18th century in France that was middle class, and who were in this middle class? Peasants, manufacturers, lawyers, all these were the members of third estate were in middle class. And these middle class was inspired by the ideas of philosophers such as John Locke, Rousseau, and Montesquieu. Montesquieu, now what is the role of philosophers in French Revolution? Who inspired the people of France? The John Locke, Rousseau, and Montesquieu. All were put forward by the philosophers such as John Locke, Rousseau. In his two treatises of government, Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of the monarch, and Rousseau carried the idea forward, proposing a form of government based on social contact between people and their representatives. Rousseau wanted to form a government which was based on the social contact between the people and their representative. And in the spirit of law, Montesquieu proposed a division of power within the government between the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Means Montesquieu gave the idea of division of power. The power should be divided between the legislature, executive, and judiciary. It should not be rest in the hand of one person. It should be divided between different organs. Like in our present day, in our democratic country, India, the power is divided between legislature, executive, and judiciary. Same, Montesquieu wanted that power should be divided between these three organs. This model of government was put into force in the USA after the 13 colonies declared their independence from Britain. So, students, you have seen that there were social reasons, there were economic reasons behind French Revolution, and the middle class, by the inspiration of these philosophers, they protested against the rulers. And you have seen that Louis XVI wanted to increase taxes to fulfill his expenditure. So, what was the process in the past to increase taxes? According to the past system, the rulers had to call a meeting of estate generals. Now, what is this estate general? The estate general was a political body to which the three estates sent their representatives. According to the past, the first and second estate sent 300 representatives who were seated in rows facing each other on two sides, while the 600 members of the third estate had to stand at the back. The third estate was represented by its more educated members. Peasants, artisans, and women were denied entry to the assembly. Peasants and artisans means these members were not allowed to enter in the assembly. The voting in the estate general in the past had been conducted according to the principle that each state had one vote. The past system was that each state had one vote right, and Louis XVI wanted to follow the same process this time also. But member of the third estate demanded that voting now be conducted by the assembly as a whole. where each member would have one vote. Means the 600 members, each of them should have one voting right. Earlier, the assembly had to vote as a whole. This was one of the democratic principles put forward by the philosopher like Rousseau in his book The Social Contract. So, what was the name of the book of the Rousseau? The Social Contract. When the king rejected this proposal, members of the third estate walked out of the assembly in protest. The member of the third estate wanted voting rights. They wanted equality, but when this demand of the people of third estate was rejected, they walked out of the assembly in protest and they declared themselves as a national assembly and swore not to disperse till they had drafted a constitution for France that would limit the powers of the monarch. The members of the third estate, they declared themselves as a national assembly. Earlier you have seen who were estate generals. It was a political body, and who were the members of the national assembly, the people of the third estate, the representatives of the third estate, they were the members of the national assembly. Now these members were inspired by the ideas. They were led by Mirabeau and Abisha. Who were Mirabeau and Abisha? Mirabeau was born in a noble family but was convinced of the need to do away with the society of feudal privilege. He brought out a journal and delivered powerful speeches to the crowd assembled at Versailles. Abisha, originally a priest, wrote an influential pamphlet called What is the Third Estate? They inspired people, Mirabeau and Abisha, and they were the leader of the assembly. Now you have seen what were the reasons of French Revolution. After facing the power of his revolutionary subject, finally Louis XVI recognized the National Assembly and accepted the principle that power should from now be checked by a constitution, and on the night of 4th August 1789 the assembly passed a decree abolishing the feudal system of obligation and taxes, and France became a constitutional monarchy. Students, please do these new keywords also to understand the chapter. We have already done this part. Now we have to do France become a constitutional monarchy. Write down question: when France became a constitutional monarchy and what were the objectives of this. The National Assembly completed the draft of the constitution in 1791. And what was the main object of the Constitution Assembly? Its main object was to limit the power of the monarch. Why Constitution Assembly was formed? The Constitution Assembly was formed to limit the power of the monarch. These powers, instead of being concentrated in the hands of one person, were now separated and assigned to different institutions. Means the power should be divided into different institutions like legislature, executive and judiciary, and this made France a constitutional monarchy. So when France became a constitutional monarchy in 1789, and what were the objectives of this? The main objective was to limit the power of the monarch and the division of power between the legislature, executive and the judiciary. This was the main purpose of this system. Now, who were in judiciary? Judge, executive, king, and legislature, the people, National Assembly, and there were 745 members in National Assembly. Finally, you have seen that France became a constitutional monarchy. Active citizens, the people, those who are entitled to vote, about 4 million of a population of 28 million. Passive citizens, no voting right. Students, you have now write down question: who were active citizens and who were passive citizens? Only men about 25 years of age who pay taxes equal to at least 3 days of a labor's wage. Means the people who were about 25 years of age and who pay tax of 3 days of a labor's wage were given the status of active citizens. That is, they were entitled to vote. Only they had right to vote, not all the member. Not, there was not the situation of universal adult franchisee like present day in democratic country. In democratic country, all of you know that everyone who is about 18 years have right to vote. But that time in France, the active citizens, the people those who were about 25 years of age and those who were paid taxes were active citizens. Who were passive citizens, the remaining men and all women were classed as passive citizens, means women had no right to vote, and the people who were no tax pay, they had also no right to vote. To qualify an elector and then a member of the assembly, a man had to belong to the highest bracket of tax pay. First, these members elect their representatives, and these elected representatives choose the members of National Assembly. Now, the constitution began with the declaration of right of men and women. What rights the men and women got? Uh, what were the rights? Rights such as the right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, equality before law were established as a natural and rights. It was the duty of the state to protect each citizen's natural rights. Students, today you have to do page 10 and 11. Page we have already done other pages. From tomorrow we will do our next part. Okay, if you have any problem, then you can call me. Thank you.